Hey there guys, what's up? It has been a long while, but welcome back to the Pokemon trading card game online. There is a new set out, and you know what that means. It's time to open booster packs. So I've got about 970 Pokemon saved up here, so I'm going to redeem this thing. It's got 3 packs of the new set, which is called Roaring Skies. It's got I guess it's like a special promo Regirock, and then it's got a coin, so that's neat. So we'll be getting one of those. And by the way, that's 3 packs of 10, so that's pretty big. And then we'll also get 3 of these. So that's 15 more cards, leaving me dead broke. And now we'll go to our collection. And we have, oh, so many boosters to open. But today we will be focusing exclusively on the Roaring Skies. So let's crack these bad boys open. Now I have not seen any cards from this set except for what came in some of the in the 2 theme decks. I say some of them. So this is going to be a genuine surprise for me, and I'm pretty excited. Just based on the theme decks, I do have a few cards oh, and I got one! Yes! Alright, what's our rare? Well, we're just starting out great already. Latios EX, 170 HP. It's a dragon type card. For 1 psychic energy, you get fast raid. If you go first, you can use this attack on your first turn. That's super good! Holy crap! I want one. Like, I want a whole deck of these. And then Light Pulse. For 1 water, 2 psychic, and 1 colorless energy, you do 110 damage, prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So honestly, that's not too terrible. It does a fair amount, though it does cost a lot of energy. And you can basically prevent your Pokemon EX from getting burned or being put to sleep, so I honestly really like that. And 2 retreat cost is not bad. Weakness to Fairy, that's not terrible. I honestly really like that card. Also, full art holographic, nice! My reverse holo is a Tailo for 50 HP. It has double peck. Flip 2 coins, this attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. You know how I feel about those, but that's a pretty cool reverse holo. Here's a new special type of energy, the Double Dragon Energy. This card can only be attached to Dragon type Pokemon. This card provides every type of energy, but only provides 2 energy at a time, while this card is attached to a Dragon-type Pokemon. So what that means is, you can use this Latios EX, and attach this Double Dragon Energy to it, and instead of needing Water-type energies in your deck, you can just rely on these. So that'll fulfill both the Psychic and the Water-type energy. So that's really cool. I'm really pleased by that. Now here's another card I really wanted, and it's Wally. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon, excluding Pokemon EX, and put it onto that Pokemon. This counts as evolving that Pokemon. Search your deck afterward, you can use this card during your first turn, or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. This is so good if your deck relies at all on evolution. I'm really happy to see that this card exists, and I've been waiting for something like it for a long while. So I'm pretty excited to use that Wally. And then we have Tranquil. Fly. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. And if heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. And it does 40 damage, has 80 HP. Nothing too fancy, but not too shabby there either. And then we have this Gligar. We have a Binacle. We have Electrike. Togepi looking cute as always, and Dunsparce. And as always, I'm just going to be focusing on the bottom row. We'll be looking at the top row for its art, basically, because there's nothing too competitively viable about these kinds of cards. But here, on the other hand, we got a Dustox. I'm going to make this one bigger because I can't quite make that out. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack of this Pokemon, take 1 more prize card, so that's pretty cool. And then you get Flap for 20 damage, and Wind Shard. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. So honestly, I mean, you can use this to pick off Pokemon from the bench, but obviously Dustox is not the best user of this particular ability. But hey, it's not too shabby either. We got Binacle for our reverse holo. Sand attack during the defending... If the defending Pokemon tries to attack during your opponent's next turn, your opponent flips a coin, and if tails, that attack does nothing. And Mudslap for 40. You now see why I don't often read from the top row, but we always check out the reverse holo because these are pretty neat. Skyfield. Each player can have 8 Pokemon on his or her bench. When this card leaves play, each player discards benched Pokemon until he or she has 5 Pokemon on the bench. The owner of this card discards first. That's pretty crazy. That's weird. That's really weird to me. That's 3 extra Pokemon that you can have in play. That's too crazy. I can't believe that. Switch being reprinted as always, and we got another Wally. You have another Togepi. We have a Nincada. We have Electrike. Pikachu looking fly as always. And Natu. Natu! It's Totema, everybody! Alright, let's open another. This is our third 10-card booster, and we'll be moving into 5 cards after this, so try not to be too disappointed, but here we go. 2 rares, numero uno, another Dustox, numero tres, a Banette. Alright, so you may play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon during your first turn, or the turn you play that Pokemon, so that's so good! Ooh, your opponent can't play any Pokemon from his or her hand to evolve his or her Pokemon during his or her next turn. That's crazy. And then Curse Deeply for 2 energy, put 5 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon? This Banette seems super good! Holy crap! I love him. I'm gonna use him. We have a Fletchinder, which has 70 HP and has Peck Off. Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's pretty good in all honesty. You have an Ultra Ball getting reprinted as always. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you can't discard 2 cards, you can't play this card. Search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and then put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Ultra Balls being a staple in pretty much everyone's decks. And then Executor. Shake it off. This attack does 20 damage times the number of normal Pokemon your opponent has in play. And Seed Bomb for 80 damage. So this Executor I think is meant to be a direct counter to the theme decks that come out, because they have a ton of normal type Pokemon in them. And moving right along, we have Meowth looking mischievous as always, you feelin' fine feline. We have Wurmple. Hawlucha looking strong as ever. I love Hawlucha. You have Cascoon, and Dunsparce. We'll be moving right along. Alright, so now we have 3 5-card boosters to open. These aren't as exciting, but they are quick to get through. And we got some new stuff already. Nice! We got a Carbank. 70 HP and Jewel Armor. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks, both yours and your opponent's. And Spin Tackle. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does 20 damage to itself. So there's actually a card in this set. It's a Zapdos card that does, I think it's 60 damage to a Pokemon on your bench. And this Carbink would be a pretty fine target for that attack, letting you spam Zapdos' attack with a fair amount of impunity. So in all honesty, while this appears pretty useless at first, I can actually see the exact function they are intending with it. We have a Gallade Spirit Link, so we can now freely Mega Evolve our Gallade EX should we ever get one. We have a Bagon, who will be Fire and Water if the Salamence card I've seen is any indication. We have a Dratini, sporting the Grass and Electric as always, and Pidove, looking very happy. Alright, time to open another. Another Pidove and another Bagoner, wow. Whoa, it's Swellow. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack of this Pokemon, take 1 more prize card. Well, with 30 and 50, I don't really see how that's exactly going to happen, but the card art is pretty cool. And Swellow's a cool guy. We have another Skyfield, a different Bagon art, sitting by the Moss Steep Space Center. Almost Flight, that's sad. Aww. and then Pidove and Gligar. Nothing too shocking there. And our last Roaring Skies booster. A regular Banette. Each Pokemon tool card in play has no effect. That's actually kinda cool. The Banette cards have been really tricky. We have Winona. Search your deck for up to 3 normal type Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So like I was mentioning, there are quite a few normal types in this. So I'm not really surprised to see that. Oh, and Inkay. Oh, he took the fruit that Meowth and the other card had. That's so cute. Oh, Inkay, you mischievous little devil. Well, that was 6 Roaring Skies boosters. And I will be back once I have some more boosters to open, and I think I'm going to be doing some experimenting with these new cards. There's quite a bit of potential here, and I'm really, really excited to try them out. So until next time, guys, take care, and have a good one. Bye-bye!